Welcome! Today, you're not just going to learn English, you're going to be inspired. We're diving into the life of Albert Einstein, a man who proved that even the quietest child can change the world. As you listen, focus on the new words and phrases. So grab a notebook, get ready to grow your vocabulary, and let this story motivate both your English journey and your life. Albert Einstein was born on March 14, 1879, in a small town called Ulm in Germany. His father, Hermann Einstein, sold electrical parts, and his mother, Pauline, loved music and learning. When Albert was born, he looked completely normal, except for one thing: his head was unusually large. His family even joked about it. No one knew that this boy would grow up to change the world. As a child, Albert was very quiet. He didn't speak until he was almost 3 years old, which worried his parents. Some people thought he had a problem, but Albert was not slow. He was just thinking deeply. At the age of 5, his father gave him a compass. Albert was amazed. No matter how he turned it, the needle always pointed north. This made him curious. What invisible force was controlling the needle? That small moment sparked a lifelong interest in science. Later, Albert said, "That experience left a deep and lasting impression on me." Albert did not enjoy school. At that time, schools were very strict. Teachers wanted students to memorize, not ask questions. But Albert always had questions. One teacher even told him, "You're a disgrace. You will never succeed." But Albert didn't let this stop him. He struggled with languages, but he loved mathematics. He called it the language of the universe. Solving math problems felt like solving puzzles. Albert's uncle, Jakob, made math fun for him. He said, "Math is like a treasure hunt. Every problem is a clue." That playful approach helped Albert fall in love with numbers. Albert was different from other kids. While they played outside, he read books and imagined how the world worked. One day, he asked himself, what would it be like to ride on a beam of light? This unusual question stayed in his mind for years. When Albert was 15, his father's business failed, and the family moved to Italy. Albert stayed behind in Germany to finish school, but he felt lonely. Eventually, he left school without graduating. Instead of giving up, Albert started teaching himself. He read books on science, math, and philosophy. He didn't follow the traditional path, but he believed in his way of learning. At 16, he wrote his first scientific paper. It wasn't perfect, but it showed his potential. He applied to a famous school in Switzerland, the Swiss Federal Polytechnic. But he failed the entrance exam because he struggled with French and history. Instead of quitting, he tried again and worked hard on his weak areas. At 17, Albert passed the entrance exam and joined the Polytechnic in Zurich. But even there, he had problems. He loved physics and math, but he didn't follow the rules. He skipped lectures and studied on his own. Some professors thought he was lazy, but Albert was just different. He met a brilliant woman named Mileva Maric, the only female physics student in the class. They spent hours discussing science and supported each other through many challenges. In a letter, Albert wrote, "Together, we will conquer the world of science." In 1900, at age 21, Albert graduated with a degree in physics. But no one would hire him. His professors didn't give good recommendations. After many rejections, Albert found a job in 1902 at the Swiss Patent Office in Bern. His job was to review inventions. It wasn't the dream job, but it gave him free time to think. He used that time to work on his own theories. He called the patent office his thinking lab. In 1903, Albert married Mileva. They had a son and lived a simple life. Money was tight, but Albert didn't give up. He said, "I would rather struggle for my passion than live comfortably without purpose." In 1905, when Albert was 26, he published 4 scientific papers. This year is called his miracle year. 1. Photoelectric effect. He explained how light behaves like particles. This won him the Nobel Prize later. 2. Brownian motion. He proved atoms exist. 3. Special theory of relativity. He showed time and space are not fixed. 4. E equals mc squared. A famous equation showing that energy and matter are connected. Albert, the unknown clerk, had just changed the world of science. After 1905, everything changed. He was offered teaching positions at top universities. His ideas spread across Europe. But Albert stayed humble. He said, "I am no genius. I just stay with problems longer." He continued asking deep questions. What is gravity? How did the universe begin? By 1909, he was a professor in Zurich and later moved to Berlin. He became a leading scientist, but he still lived simply. During World War I, Albert spoke out for peace, while many others supported the war. His marriage with Mileva ended in 1919, but he continued to support her and their children. In the same year, a test of his general theory of relativity proved he was right. This made him world famous. Albert Einstein's story teaches us important lessons. 1. Don't let failure stop you. He was rejected many times, but never gave up. 2. Follow your curiosity. He asked big questions others ignored. 3. Believe in yourself. Even when others doubted him, Albert kept going. If Albert Einstein could go from a quiet, struggling child to one of the smartest minds in history, so can you. Thank you for joining this English learning journey. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Keep learning, keep growing, and remember, your curiosity is your greatest superpower.